Hi, I'm Karen with 24 Hour Bookkeeper. I want to talk with you today about some receipt workflows that you might be able to incorporate in your business to make receipt management a little bit easier. The first thing that I see or hear all the time is, hey, I really just cannot get a copy of that receipt from my guys or somebody on my team. As much as in this video, I cannot make that not happen. I can give you a couple tips to incorporate with your team to try to make that a little bit easier. The first thing you can do is you can get that employee, hopefully if they have any type of phone, take a picture of that receipt, upload it to your construction software, send it in a text or put it into an email so you have access to that receipt. The other thing is, if you're not already using it and you shop at a place like Lowe's or Home Depot, you actually can put in a purchase order, a job name, or some information on that receipt through the checkout, which then allows you to potentially access those receipts online yourself, and you don't need the employee to manage that on your behalf. From an accounting standpoint, I also see people duplicating the costs. We want to make sure that we're not duplicating costs because that does affect your profit margin in your financial reports. It might sound silly what I'm about to say, but some receipts don't ever get recorded and they fall through the cracks just because we didn't get a copy of it. So the intention is when you see it come through the credit card or the bank, and there's some type of receipt that you don't have backup for, you make sure that you record those costs at that time instead of waiting for the receipt to actually come through. Another thing is mentioning purchase orders. I do have a lot of people who ask me if they should be using purchase orders for material costs versus just subcontractor costs. I believe, depending on the situation, purchase orders are more geared towards a subcontractor expense. However, you can still use purchase orders to manage employee costs and limits when they're out buying stuff on your behalf. So if you're using a purchase order, make sure that you create a limit that's appropriate so that you could receive costs against that. For example, if your purchase order is $150 for some materials at the lumber yard and the cost comes in at $151.62, you're not going to be able to receive that cost against that purchase order. Now you'd have to edit that purchase order, or you just implement a process that says, hey, I'm going to give you a purchase order number and I'm going to put that purchase order at 0. And that just tells me that there are some receipts that I am intended to get and manage, but at least that I can track what my employees are buying and hopefully how much they're spending. Thanks for watching. Follow us for more tips and information like this.